Well, more than 550,000 Americans have died in the past year from COVID-19. The pandemic is changing the way people plan for their own deaths and how to memorialise others who have died. To meet these growing needs, startups in the so-called death tech space offer services from help with estate planning and writing wills to organising virtual funerals. Fred Katayama has more on the recent innovations in the end-of-life industry and its appeal to investors.
Death is no stranger to Noah Weibsnyder. Over the years, she and her husband have organized funerals for members of his large Irish family.
So I wanted to create a space where everyone could come together and communities could celebrate their loved ones and be there to support each other.
In 2018, Noah launched Gathering Us, a platform hosting online memorial pages. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, she pivoted the company to virtual funerals and celebrations.
It's been just an amazing turnaround since then. We've done 400 funerals in the last year, all virtually. We've had over 60,000 guests come to our events.
During the pandemic, Gathering Us expanded from 3 employees to more than 30 to meet growing demand. Recent hire Julie Greiner celebrated the life of her aunt virtually in November.
I think having our entire family in one place, even though it was on a screen, was so moving and so intimate.
The COVID-19 pandemic is breathing new life into the death planning industry. As the stigma around talking about death begins to recede, startups that offer a variety of end-of-life services, from what to do with cremated remains to how to write a will, are gaining momentum and attention. Online estate planning company Gentrio says demand for wills is up more than 220% since the start of the pandemic. And web traffic at Cake, the world's largest end-of-life planning platform, grew a staggering 126-fold in 2020 compared to the previous year. It's also expanding its business-to-business services.
A lot of big companies have come to us asking us to help them help their audiences interact with end-of-life planning in some way. So either building digital tools for them or just giving them more education.
Investors are taking note. Between 2017 and 2020, venture capitalists invested in more than 26 so-called death care disruptors, according to analysis by startup researcher Crunchbase.
The end-of-life space for me is appealing to invest in now, specifically because the stigmatization of talking about mortality, talking about death, building in this space is coming down. And whenever there's a consumer behavior shift like that, there are opportunities in white space for founders to be able to build.
Also spurring interest in the sector, the aging population. The U.S. Census Bureau projects that by 2030, 1 in 5 Americans will be aged 65 or older. Even as the pandemic recedes, as more people start navigating their mortality, online end-of-life planning and memorializing are expected to live on. Fred Katayama, TRT World, New York.